Hey there guys, what's happening? Mike Davison here, coming to you from Koh Samui in Thailand, and in this video I'm going to tell you about some important updates in the Phuket Sandbox scheme that were announced a couple of days ago and are effective immediately. So if you're thinking about going to the Phuket Sandbox scheme or to the Samui Sandbox scheme, this video is going to be super helpful for you. And if you're new to the channel guys and you want to see more of my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more videos about expat life and coming to Thailand in 2021. So, a couple of days ago on October the 1st, it was announced by the Thailand Authority of Tourism that the Phuket Sandbox scheme time has been halved from 14 days to 7 days, which means that tourists who arrive in the Phuket Sandbox scheme can now travel to anywhere within Thailand after only 7 days. Now, I've got the press release here in front of me, so let me read you that so it's completely clear. As of today, brackets the 1st of October 2021, the quarantine time for fully vaccinated international travelers arriving in Thailand, including the pilot reopening destinations through the alternative quarantine brackets AQ system, will be reduced from 14 to 7 days. The reduced quarantine time applies to those visiting under the Sandbox program to Phuket, Surat Thani, which is here in Koh Samui, and Koh Phangan and Koh Tao, Phang-Nga, Khao Lak and Khao Yao, and Krabi, Koh Phi Phi and Koh Nhai and Railay Beach. It also means that fully vaccinated tourists can now travel straight to the designated areas of Phang-Nga and Krabi upon landing in Phuket and stay there for 7 days. In addition, from today, brackets 1st of October 2021, Thailand has lifted the listing of countries per level of COVID-19 transmission risks for the Sandbox tourists. This means that Thailand is now welcoming travelers from any country in the world to the Sandbox program. So that is the official statement from the Thailand Authority of Tourism. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. So effectively, the Sandbox, all of the Sandboxes here in Samui, in Krabi, in Phang-Nga, and also in Phuket have been cut in half to 7 days. There's also lots of noise coming from Phuket that the Sandbox administration team are driving for reformation in the COE process. Lots of people in the Phuket Sandbox are calling for the COE process to be simplified, again, to make it easier for people to come here to Thailand. Now, right now, the COE process, it's not particularly complicated, but it is another barrier in people's way. Applying for it can take a few days. You've got to get a lot of documents, and it's just a lot of red tape to jump through. And I was able to get my COE with very few problems. It got rejected a couple of times, but I got it back within 4 or 5 days of applying. Now, if you want any help applying for your COE, guys, there's a link in the description to this video to a top quality company based in Thailand who can help guide you through that process. And for a small fee, they can actually do that process for you. You can get your COE. If you haven't got the time, if you're not tech savvy, that could be something that would be useful for you. So there's a link to that service in the description to this video. So, as well as the Sandbox time being halved, it's also been announced that the alcohol ban in Phuket has been lifted. So for the past few weeks, you weren't legally allowed to buy alcohol in bars or restaurants. And it was announced that as of October the 1st, so 2 days ago, alcohol can now be served in restaurants in Phuket. A lot of the bars are closed, but what I'm hearing is a lot of the bars, particularly in Patong, are now opening little kitchens and getting restaurant licenses so that they can serve beer at the same time. So I guess they're evolving to the current climate. So if you're in Phuket, or if you're planning to go to Phuket and you're wanting to go out for a drink with your evening meal, well, that's good news for you because it's effective immediately and you can get a beer with your dinner in Phuket right now. So those are the two big changes to the Phuket Sandbox scheme, and of course it applies here in Koh Samui as well. The Sandbox scheme has been reduced from 14 days to 7 days, and you can get a drink with your dinner now. I hope this video has been useful to you guys. If you'd like to connect with me personally and a whole bunch of other expats in Thailand, you can join my free Facebook group, Thailand Expats and Digital Nomads. There's a link in the description to this video. With that said, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.